Hello guys, so welcome to today's show. My name is CHUKS and you're on JFL TV, the home of football. So if today is the first time we see our program for you to bring you the latest Arsenal news updates as they drop all over the world. So for now, I'm gonna start with today's morning show. Alright, so there's a twist in this Martin Zubimendi deal. Now, Dario AS, The Mirror, Football Espana, and so many other media houses are reporting that Xabi Alonso has planned direct talks with Martin Zubimendi. Say he won't follow the guy sit down. As Ateta follow and sit down, follow and talk. As Ateta get relationship with this Zubimendi, Baba, now so Xabi Alonso to get relationship with this Zubimendi. So in talk say based on say he never follow the guy sit down. So all the things they tell him, he never really believe, making him follow the guy talk. They may make the guy tell him say, I no want sign for you, say, Now then he go believe. When you look at the way Football London reported this particular story, say Martin Zubimendi twist. According to Dario AS, Real Madrid have not given up on signing Martin Zubimendi, despite Arsenal pushing to finalize a deal for the Spanish midfielder. Now, when you look at the third paragraph, you say, however, the report claims that Xabi Alonso expected to succeed in Carlo Ancelotti, and he could look to hijack the deal where Arsenal don't already get. It is reported that Alonso plans to speak directly with the midfielder in an attempt to sway him. When you look at the way Mirror reporter, the same thing. And the Mirror actually explained again, say that what Arsenal want to do. Say and see now they say according to Dario AS, Real Sociedad could yet swoop in at the last moment. In fact, former Real Sociedad star Xabi Alonso, because the guy said play for Real Sociedad, so his imminent arrival, he get connection with that Real Sociedad. So his imminent arrival, you go actually see how they will just copper the deal for Arsenal. Now, before we continue with the deal, you get another report, another thing waiting for this the Mirror report, because the Mirror reported two stories in one. The Mirror can look at potential Arsenal first 11 of next season. Now, I just laugh because now rubbish them put here. So how would somebody in their right senses put out this type of things in our potential? How can you put Kai Havertz in the left, put Sakada side? So if they live in and say make it project into our future, make it predict how our future will be. This is what you give us. The Arsenal will put Kai Havertz on the left. Gyökeres will be in the 9th position. Saka go there. Where Martinez, the way Trossard, we sell them. What about the new wingers who won by? You know, even put Nico Williams there since it is a projection. You know, put Nico Williams there. You know, put Ademola Lookman there. You know, put Bino and Gittin. You know, put Rodrygo. Now just the person the best. See Zubimendi, put up on midfield. So me, I just make a show now. That one I like a side story. Let's continue with Zubimendi. Now, Football Espana, because it doesn't Real Madrid and Xabi Alonso make late push for Arsenal targets Martin Zubimendi. Now, you may not be aware because now I can't get more information on why Ateta follow the guy talk, the guy listen. Why? How did they get their history? Martin Zubimendi shares the same agents with Ateta. That is number one. Number two, for that same Real Sociedad, San Sebastian, two of them come from Gipuzkoa. Two of them come from, so they have clear connection. So the 26-year-old turned down Arsenal 2 summers ago, rejected Liverpool last year too, but it now appears that he has decided the time is right to depart Donostia San Sebastian. Now, Real Madrid have 10 days to change Martin Zubimendi's mind. How is that possible? Because as the guy did now, the guy saying why they never signed the deal. The guy say won't focus on La Liga, no make them disturb him according to Fabrizio Romano. So Real Madrid can say, okay, if this guy don't already reject Liverpool after agreeing for Liverpool, maybe he will reject Arsenal after agreeing with Arsenal. So when you read the report, say this is the time period that Real Madrid have to swing Zubimendi's mind. Haven't seen him do so last summer while he moved to Liverpool, and they feel they can pull off similar thing. Now the major pulling power is Xabi Alonso. This Xabi Alonso way they see now Zubimendi idol. This Xabi Alonso coach Zubimendi for Real Sociedad B. You see, say that is like a game changer for Real Sociedad B. Xabi Alonso was their manager, so now coach Zubimendi. Teach him what he know. So that's why Xabi Alonso they believe say me I never follow this guy talk. That then say if me I follow and talk say I go know what's there in mind. Because no making tell me say, Baba, I don't feel sign for you. I don't already agree with Arsenal again based on Arteta. That one said, my own senior man in B. So when that happens, we are going to get clarity because they are not giving up. So you don't see where Arteta getting edge. You don't see where Alonso safety getting edge. But one thing is certain. People like Einstein, everybody don't already report say Arsenal don't already like the OT law, OT law. But most just the word, most of the magic way Xabi Alonso go perform against. Most just say I go be. Now, away from that, so we are looking at Rodrygo. So TBR then said the report that football chief correspondent in Grand Bailey that letting us know that Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta is a big fan of Rodrygo goals. Now, they say, we want to strengthen that our left side. So Arsenal, the reason say, we feel sign the guy because TBR recently reported that Arsenal believe they can sign Rodrygo from Real Madrid this summer. You get now the Athletic has even added that Arteta is a big admirer of the player who is considered one of Arsenal's key targets alongside Jamie Bino Gittins and long-standing targets Nico Williams. So now waiting Arsenal the pursue more, they see how this things they go. Anyway they go, they don't see me at the end. I'm going to give you feedback. Now, away from that. All right, so even Alan Shearer, how the talk say, make Newcastle follow drag this Rodrygo with Arsenal. You get? See, the guy is a good player, especially now we say Real Madrid, they look say maybe the one sell him if money come in. But what thing I don't like, they say when you check all the reports they out there, all of them they mention 85 million, 85 million. Why is Rodrygo going for 85 million? I don't really understand. So if that be the case, would you support Arsenal to spend 85 million on Rodrygo? For me, the answer is no. I don't buy that idea. And for me personally, how much do Ademola look, man? It's not even going to be costing up to 70 million. I think between 55, 60. So I don't really, for me personally, my own reservation be that. I don't know. You let me know what you think for the comment section. Spend 85 million on Rodrygo. Rodrygo in best position at the left side. In fact, I'm not going to understand. Say they actually forced him towards the right side in Real Madrid because of Vinicius Junior and Mbappe. So that is why the guy productivity levels gone low. At some point, he had like 17 games with one goal. So now we can say he loves to play on the left and cut into the right and bomb it. So that's why I talk say now left you won't play now. If you anywhere where they go now, and left you won't play. So let's continue watching and see how these things go unfold. Now AFC stuff. On the report waiting Gunners blog they talk. Now for context, this Gunners blog, for those who don't know, they are an arm of the Athletic. You know, say the Athletic now, not be saying only Arsenal they post. Then they post everything, both Arsenal news, Barca news, every sport news. Now, Gunners blog, now their arm where they post only Arsenal related news. So I also screenshot their page for context. They don't say Gunners blog covering Arsenal for the Athletic. You don't see them. That's why if you check David Einstein page, you will see Gunners blog there. They feed them Arsenal news. So let's go back to the story. Now, Gunners blog, when they talk say Arsenal remain confident that Martin Zubimendi will be an Arsenal player. Arsenal have chosen to go through the front door, making Real Sociedad well aware of their intentions. They have good relationship with the club, which they have maintained throughout the process. Negotiating directly with Real Sociedad has an advantage, obviously. Now, the schedule of payments, by dealing directly with the club, Arsenal will avoid having to pay the entire 60 million buyout clause in one go. So it's going to be structured and paid instrumentally. Instead, they intend to find a more favorable payment schedule that should help grant Arsenal greater flexibility in the summer transfer window, which means it still goes down to instrumental payments, which is not bad. That's fine. Secondly, Gunners block on to give us another gist about Gyökeres. They say the expectation is that Sporting Lisbon will be prepared to accept a fee in the region of 60 to 70 million. I know say Arsenal self, they plan to bring this player into the club. So you don't see the range where the money will cost. But we just watch now. Me, I just wait after this their final match for Portuguese Premier League. That match if I go watch them, I want to see how Gyökeres go play that match. How they go win the league, how they go celebrate. Like I want to watch that match. Now, away from that, so Darren Bent, what they talk about in Dream First 11 for next season, where him feel say if Arsenal get those players, they go win the league. Because if Arsenal fit bring Nico Williams and Victor Gyökeres, they go win the league next season. Now your own mindset, now your own belief. See, they bring those two players, you don't see anything if you stop Arsenal. And I honestly believe that yes, especially that Gyökeres say, if Arsenal sign that guy, unless God forbid, because I don't say you know if you know what to go about future, we know they pray for injury. I think the only thing that can even hamper us next season, and maybe you're going to get injury. If not that, Papa, who can stop us now? I don't want to do them now. I don't say I don't want to run now. Now, away from that also. So William Gallas, I watch him for Talk Sports when they argue with Ade and Darren Bent. So they clear am say the reason we make Arsenal not win the league this season is because injury follow. Get injury follow affect Arsenal. Arsenal are very, very unlucky. But William Gallas, they very, very adamant. He no believe this is a lie. So why you know if we use injuries as excuse for Arsenal? In fact, say Arsenal supposed to know say every season injury will come. So you're supposed to equip your bench. In as much as you may not like what he's saying, but he still has a point because the squad depth supposed to don't there. And I said to Pep said they complain. Say, the injury too much. I said one lesson we learn this season. Now Pep talk. So you're supposed to get a rich squad. Now people can get a rich squad. What there is to suggest? There is a rich squad. So the thing is, you still need a balance because you don't want to pack so much players and you now have unhappy players in your ranks. But one thing is certain, squad depth is quite key because we get quantity over quality. Nobody say we don't get people on the bench. But you don't see nobody. So in the future, we want a situation whereby when you look at the bench, you see people that you can call upon to help you out. So now the message with me I pick from that video. I think I will later post the full video so people will watch, but I don't know if you give you everything we then talk. All right, let's bring you our first message of the day from all of our sponsor, Mr. Anayo, who's a real estate agent. So he has 14 plots of land for sale at Nora Scott's Luxury Estate in Ohoya Igbelu, Rubber Estate at the back of airports in Abara Icheche local government area of River State. So this 14 plot of land, 6 plots did together, 4 plots did together, and 3 plots did together, and 1 plot is standing alone, and it's 1.2 million naira per plot. So if you want to reach out to Mr. Anayo, you can call him on 080-3276-5227 or 081-193-29922. Like I said, if you're interested in this piece of property, do give him a call. Now, away from that, so Gunner's blog also going to let us know, say, the slim prospects of Arsenal signing Alexander Isak is now more remote, which means he don't get more slimmer than ever. After the Gunners hoped Newcastle would not qualify for the Champions League next season. As it stands now, Newcastle just need 4 points to cement their place for Champions League. That is why the match against Arsenal is very, very key. Newcastle need at least 1 point in that game, which is why their 10 men behind the ball go long. And Arsenal self want revenge against Newcastle. Do you know that Newcastle have beaten us 3 times this season? 3 times. So we need to make sure say we equalize this final one. I think we met twice in the cup. They now beat us at St. James's Park. Now we want to play this one. So it not going to make sense if they beat us 4 times. They just at the para. Say, how can you allow it to beat you 4 times? If for me the para, no, say I must do something different this time around. So let's see. They need the points. We need the points. Most of them go come and secondly on Sunday. Because we said we need the point badly. In fact, it's a huge occasion. This is the final home match of the season. We can't come and lose. It not going to make any sense. So, but more just see how it will be. But getting Isaac is obvious that it's not a realistic mission. So, more just abandon that mission, focus on another thing. Now, Gunner's blog also going to tell us Kai Havertz, Leandro Trossard, and Jorginho took full part in Arsenal's training. The session they did at the Emirates Stadium today. Now, Julian Timber was absent and he will be assessed. Whether something do him, we don't really know. You get. So one thing is certain. Today I think I will do press conference. So for that press conference, I think I will give us injury updates, team news, and everything. We will know who they okay, who know they okay. Because I also believe Kai Havertz is going to play a major role in the match I'm going to play on Sunday. That one is sure me. Yeah, so we'll just wait here. More waiting. I think I will talk later today. Now coming back to Joan Garcia. So when you say Joan Garcia, the 25 million release clause Wayne gets, say for now. Say there are 2 situations with that clause. With that clause, we rise to 30 million euros. First, if they call him up for Spain national team, his stock go rise. So instead of 25, extra 5 million, they will add on to the money. Secondly, If during the transfer window we no can sign them early, we can't wait till like the final 15 days of the window, we can't they come, it shows we are desperate, then go increase the price. And in fact, as I'm talking to you now, Barcelona don't enter the race to sign this young Garcia, because they are, say, back again, Test again, really, I don't know, injury carry and come on, they can't go bring Chesney, and Chesney come in, Chesney can't be so now, Chesney they use, Chesney maybe not only once, you don't lose really for the league. Back and win the league yesterday, I hope you guys are aware. So then they look, say, okay, Chesney, they call and come from retirement, so nobody saying go stay there forever. So they won't sign somebody else, and Young Garcia is one of the like good shot stoppers in the league. I watched their match again play against Barcelona. Easy. Easy. But sweetie Lamine Yamal hand last angle, because I watched the man, I see this Lamine, but I know they really watch Barca match for La Liga, but I purposely say this one, maybe say if Barca win and they go win the league, make I watch her. Baba, see the last angle with this boy hanga. That boy is a genius. I take my eyes, see, I don't see if I see tell me. But let's go from that story. Alright, so after, like I was telling you, for the match we Barca play against Espanyol, after Barca win, Barca call celebrate. Do you know that Bad Belle come the key Espanyol come on spring class. Barca they celebrate for picture. Espanyol come on spring class, make the team for pursue Barca. Instead, the team come increase the volume of the celebration. Everybody gonna gyrate, they celebrate inside the water, they jump up. It had a different effect because they won't use the spring class, pursue the players. When I said, when I go back stadium, they're waiting as they celebrate for you. When I go celebrate for another place, but they don't say it's going to ginger everybody. But this is the poster. And I see the video, big girls they laugh. Say, look at them, this one though. They win the league now. You don't be their competitor. You don't be their rival. So why the Bad Belle come there for? I don't just understand. Probably because they give one of their players red card. They give Lamine Yamal elbow for Belle. Yes, maybe that one call affects them. See, that's why they lose 2-0. But it is what it is. Now, away from that also. Alright, so Eddie Howe will be the manager of Newcastle. He has done his press conference. So he gives some injury update. They say we are not sure about Sven Botman availability, but we don't think it's that serious. Again, Newcastle boss Eddie Howe has positive news regarding Sven Botman, Joe Willock, but says Kieran Trippier is expected to miss out against Arsenal. Again, you can see that Kieran Trippier really helped them for that they are 10 men behind the ball. But now every say no, they both see they want to run out for our own home. In fact, this match I expect Arsenal to win this match. Now, Chris Whitley gonna give us the new rule waiting for the EPL ahead of next season. Now, this new rule states that only the team captain will be allowed to approach the referee to speak to the referee on any matter that happened on the pitch. Let's say them give your player a sliding tackle. Referee no blow, or referee one blow. You can't go meet and say one explain. Now only captain will go meet am. As of next season, this is another new rule, and make Arsenal player herself maintain status quo, make them understand this law, because now all this kind of thing they go use give our player a yellow card back before you know they don't give anybody again. But this new rule, it always affect us first. I don't know why. So we need to be very, very careful with all these laws. Well, we'll just see how everybody will abide by the law. Now, you get another player where Arsenal the reason. Based on we don't lose out for this in Hodgson of Bayern and Bournemouth. So Arsenal, according to reports, we are looking at Hodgson alternative because we still need the centre back. We are looking at Hodgson alternative. Now, Club Brugge star Joel Ordenes, Arsenal they look the guy. In fact, Arsenal don't send scouts multiple times to go watch the guy because they say, according to reports, Arsenal but they reached a verbal agreement with the 20-year-old, but a deal with Club Brugge is far from complete. PSG have also entered the race for the defender. If you don't know the defender, means if I don't know that today, when I do research, I come across his name. So this is how the player looks like. It's from Ecuador. So Arsenal won't sign the player. We'll see how everything will go in our favor. Even Yahoo Sports have carried their own reports come say Arsenal rival Liverpool and Chelsea for 45 million euros wonder kid who would like Premier League transfer. So it is still the same player they're talking about. You can say Arsenal already sent scouts many times. When you read the entirety of the report, we'll send scouts to go and watch the player, and the player is good to go. That's why Arsenal won't sign up. Now, so they did sign Saliba. I don't forget to Saliba has money that year. When I'm 19, how many years? When they sign 18 or 19, when they sign Saliba. So look at him, look at his future. Forget all the small errors when they do here and there. He's a very good defender. So we'll just see how this move will be. Now let's bring a message from another of our sponsor, Mike Ken, Mega Resources Limited. So they are the deal on genuine BMW, Mercedes-Benz, Land Rover, Range Rover, Rolls-Royce, Mini Cooper, and Jaguar spare parts and car accessories and Castrol lubricants. Now, whether in a wholesale you want buy or retail you want buy, they got you, and they deliver nationwide, and their delivery costs they're very, very affordable. Now, if you want to reach out to them, you can call them on 080 36 1350 36135075 or 090 433 90. Again, 090 99433390. So they're located at Suites A3 and A4 ground floor, NB Plaza, Godu District, Abuja, Nigeria. So if you're interested in any of their products, please do reach out to them. Now, away from that, also get another report. Real Madrid Rodrygo stance. What is Ben Jacobs saying? Ben Jacobs is a journalist. So Ben Jacobs, when they talk, say Real Madrid are willing to part ways with Rodrygo this summer, and Arsenal are one of the clubs keeping a close eye on his situation. Now, speaking to football transfers, Ben Jacobs said, Rodrygo is a new name I'm hearing. There's nothing advanced yet between Chelsea and Rodrygo because Chelsea said really want the guy. But what I can tell you is that Real Madrid are willing to let him go. He has been forced to play at Real Madrid on the right side because of Kylian Mbappe and Vini Jr. But his best position and where he really likes to play is on the left. Chelsea are aware of that market opportunity without really moving in at this point. The same can be said for Arsenal and Liverpool. So keep an eye on the Premier League clubs and how they will go. Even the London Daily Standard weighed in on the story. Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, and Rodrygo chase the same team when Jacobs talk. 9 themselves they talk. So much of they monitor the deal any way they go. Now, do you also know that Arsenal have interest in Antonio Gordon? Now, one of the Premier League scouts, one of the former scouts, Mick Brown, has claimed that Arsenal are interested in Newcastle star Anthony Gordon. The 24-year-old has impressed with the Magpies and is one of the players the club could turn to and made the PSR concern because let's say Newcastle get financial troubles. Now, Brown, who was speaking to Football Insider, has revealed how the England international is something the Gunners like. Arsenal are looking to strengthen out wide. We've spoken about Martinelli, and if he leaves, they want to bring in somebody who's better than Martinelli. And there are a few names on their radar. Now, one of the players who they don't show interest in is Antonio Gordon. They've been looking at him, keeping an eye on the situation in case he becomes available. Newcastle have a bit of uncertainty about them because of the financial situation. If they can offer a lot of money, Newcastle will accept. Now, this story, when I remember when David Ornstein said he gets some people where he shuffle and say Arsenal they go for Eberechi and Anthony Gordon, even though other sources are mentioning the likes of Ademola Lookman, Nico Williams, but Ornstein stand for two names. Say Gordon, Eberechi, those two names they mention. You get many wingers they don't link us up with this time around, but we could watch. We could see how this thing will end at the end of the day. The Coco be say a new winger is going to come in. Now, people like Chris Sutton is saying this match I won't play against Newcastle is a grudge match. It's a revenge match. Because this is a big game with second place up for grabs. And it is a bit of a grudge match too. Newcastle have beaten Arsenal 3 times already this season. And their meeting have been quite spiky since the Magpies grabbed the controversial win over Mikel Arteta's side in 2023. Arsenal will be absolutely desperate to put one over them this time. But I can see this turning into a real battle, and I would not be surprised if it ends up in a draw. That is a better result for the Gunners because a point would all but guarantee them a Champions League place. Their goal difference is much better than the other teams in that race, and even if their fans want more, Sutton's prediction 1-1. What will be your own prediction? Because for me, I'm on 3 points behind the fine. 3 points or not. In fact, 3 points or 3 points. I want to be behind the fine because there is no way in four meeting against Newcastle this season we can lose 3, draw 1. Abba, what was the win 1 now? We don't get the players to do the winning because go and check all the times we play against Newcastle. I think only the cup, anyway, they really dominated us. But for league, at the St. James's Park, we did well, but we lost. So here, I expect us to still do well because we'll create chances. Can we bury them? That's why I just wish you can borrow Gyokiri, just borrow and score, make complete on Sunday for us. But we'll just watch. I know what's in the goal. I will let you know. Now, there are some games that will be played today in the Premier League. Aston Villa is going to be playing Tottenham Hotspur at the Villa Park. Chelsea are going to be hosting Manchester United at the Stamford Bridge. Now, how does it affect Arsenal? If Aston Villa draw and Chelsea draw, or any of them draw, Baba, we don't cement our play. In fact, before we play on Sunday, we go see say we don't qualify for Champions League already. What we will call the drag. Now say whether we go finish second, I will go finish third, I will go finish fourth. Because when you look at the table, look at the points accumulated of fifth. If I will focus on fifth, leave Aston Villa, we'll focus on fifth. Now, Chelsea did 63. If Chelsea draw, Chelsea go did 64. Now, 64, we will never play, we did 68. The last game of the season, even if Chelsea can't win now, Chelsea go did 67. So they can't even if Chelsea just draw today now, even if we lose Newcastle, lose Southampton, our Champions League slot confirmed. So we and Aston Villa don't even get business, although we still get business because Aston Villa and Chelsea they the same point. So you'll be like say two of them they on fifth already. So that's why we need two of them. If two of them just drop points, then draw today because two of them they play big team. So they just draw by mistake, baba. Before we go play Newcastle, we don't qualify already. That's what it just be. All right, let's bring a message from another of our sponsors, Mobile World Associates and Co Limited. They are into construction services, dredging, canalization, real estate, and shore protection works. They are also into mechanical and fabrication services and procurement services nationwide. So if you want to reach out to them, you can call them on +234 80 646 42234. And if you want to reach out to them, look at their number 7 Kennywood Road or Razi, opposite St. Stephen's Anglican Church for haircuts. So if you're interested in any of their services, do reach out to them. Now, the biggest news of the day is the fact that Dario AS, the Mirror, Football Espana, everybody's reporting that there is a Zubimendi twist. Xabi Alonso, the new coach of Real Madrid, don't plan direct talks with Martin Zubimendi. Xabi Alonso, when he was at Real Sociedad, he was the coach of Real Sociedad B, so he trained Martin Zubimendi. So all right, I was asking some small glitch. We would already finished. So my dear Salova, I think it's a fine place for us to call the show an end. Like come your way at evening to give you the evening. So then thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your day. Not game out. All right, guys. Bye bye. When you get glitch, you're not finished.